Hello and welcome again to my channel. This is the Sky Vision FX channel where we talk about trades, talk about trade management, talk about risk management, psychology, trader psychology. Please do like, share, subscribe, and make a comment in the comment section below. I'll be giving more content this week, so I do hope you will share, like, and subscribe to the channel. A big thank you to all who have subscribed so far. Thank you. So let's go to the chart and see what is happening on the charts for this week. We'll be looking at the daily charts. I'll be looking at some major pairs and some minor ones, and of course we'll be looking at gold as well. So the major pairs we'll be looking at is Pound USD, Euro USD, Aussie USD, the Loonie USDCAD, and then the USDJPY. Then we'll look at the minors, which is the Pound JPY and the Pound Aussie. Okay, so let's start from here. Now let's look at our general rules. We say we're going to be trading the supply and demand zones. Now if market is moving sideways, we'll look for a break of structure. We'll draw the demand and supply zone, demand or supply zone, and then place our limit entry, a pending order, buy at demand, and sell at supply. We set the appropriate stop loss and take profit levels. Alternatively, if we're already in a trend, then we'll draw the demand or supply zone as applicable, as appropriate. We'll place our limit entry and the stop loss and take profits. Okay, so let's go to the chart. So we're starting with the daily chart. Pound USD. Now we see price has it moved down before and it moved up, but in the last few many days it's been going sideways. So the ordinarily what I would expect to do here is to look for break of this structure, of this structure here. We'll be looking for it for break of this and then look for a demand zone to go long, or break of the lower section. Look for a break of this and then look for a supply zone to sell. However, if we look at this is really in the middle of, if you look to the left, there are a lot of price action here. Okay, if you compare this action here, the location where it is, to the location where this is, see, this has been coming down, and when you look to your left, there's a lot of space before you see any price action. So this is a better off level that one will want to trade a break of structure. So if this is our break of structure on this candle here, we'll just draw a demand zone either at these levels here, either at this level, or at this lower level here, this one here. So we'll wait for price to come inside here. After this break, we'll wait for price to come inside here and then go long. Okay, so in this instance now, because of what we have, I'll be looking for a break. I'll be looking for price to come to the tops, either to this zone here, or to come to this zone here for this week. Or if it really moves very high, then I'll be looking for it to come to this supply zone here. So there's a supply zone here at the top. So I'll be looking for this supply zone to be hit, and once it hits this level, so once it comes to this zone here, I expect it to come down, or if it hits this zone here, I expect some retracement. Alright, so that's what I'll be looking for. Alternatively, if it comes to the low, I'll be looking to buy at these lows here to go up, except if I then get a strong bearish candle down here, then I'll be looking for buys at this demand zone here. Let's draw out that zone and see what it looks like. So that will be okay. This has actually been taken out. This has been tested before, so it might retest this level, and if that gets broken, we'll be looking at this zone here, down here, for a buy. Okay, so let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see if we have anything interesting there. So we've marked out our levels from the daily time frame, and see how nicely those levels just hit the mark there. So very nice. So we'll be looking for price to come to these highs and look for rejection candles to go low, or if it decides to continue going up, if it decides to do something like this, then we'll be looking for a retracement to go up. Or if it decides to do something like this, we'll be looking for the supply zones to sell at the supply zones, okay, when it's here. And then if it's trending up, we'll be looking for areas where the demand zones where we will go long. Okay, but at the moment, because it's in a range, we'll be looking to sell at the tops and buy at the bottoms. Okay, let's look at the pound JPY. We have a similar action here. It's really near the top. You see this recent highs here. You see price just hitting that recent high. So we can place another one right there and see if it will go there. If price will move up to this level before coming down. Alternatively, price may actually just come to this low here and test it and then go back up, or it may decide to come and test this demand zone down here. So if we draw this is a demand zone here, so we'll be looking for price to drop in here, and then we'll look for on the 4-hour time frame, we'll look for it to go up. Okay, further down, let's zoom out. Wow, okay, so the next possible level is up here. You can just see it there, and then the next one will be up here. All right, so we've marked those ones out. Let's go back to today. So that's what we'll be looking at. Market will soon open, I think in an hour's time or so. Today is Sunday, so we're just making a review. So if price does fall down below here, then the next level we'll be looking at is the next demand zone, which is right here. This is the next demand zone, right down there. Okay, so if we look at that on the 4-hour time frame as well, we'll see that this comes in very nicely. Demand zone with demand zones here. You can see even lower demand zones there. So this will be a zone within a zone, which makes it a really strong zone, and even down here too. All right, so and even if it comes up here, this is what we'll be looking for, and similar, we'll be looking for a similar action as well. So either it comes down here and then bounces back up, continues its range sideways movement, or it bounces down. Then we'll be looking for the supply zones where we'll enter to go short to continue downwards. And if it decides to break strongly upwards, we'll look for that retracement, look for demand zones to enter. And I should just say here too that I could look for that entry on the 15 minutes time frame or a lower time frame if it's really, really good. Okay, so let's look at pound Aussie daily time frame. Pound Aussie too, we have something is just been ranging the last few days, just been going back and forth. It's not giving us a nice trend. This is a nice trend between here and here, but here it consolidated, then shot up, got here, then consolidated a bit and came back down here. So we'll be looking for it to come back to these levels and possibly break back down. So it may come back up here and break down, or come down here and break up, or it may just decide to continue going sideways. Okay, so let's see. So this is the levels we're looking at. Okay, so the initial, there's a minor level right here, either here or here really, so any of these two, but it's a demand zone. It's a demand zone. Let's leave that there like that. There's a demand zone down here, right here. Let's mark that out. There's a demand zone right here. There's another one at the lower end right here. So if price does manage to come here, we'll be looking for it to come in here. Oops. Look for it to come in here and then go up, or it may decide to come in here and then go up, or in the alternative, we can look for a trend and see if price would do the same thing as we looked at on the pound USD and the pound yen. We'll be looking for supply zones where we'll sell to these levels and then buy at these levels. We'll sell at these levels here to this level here and continue that way. The same thing for the up move. If it's going to do an uptrend, the same thing happens there. Okay, lovely. Let's move quickly to the pound Aussie. We see big sideways movement. This is the last high, so it may actually just come up to this level, and if it doesn't reverse here, it will come up to this level. It has quite a number of levels, this one now, or this level here, so it can come to any of these levels and turn, but I would actually prefer this level up here or this level here. Okay, and then to the lower side, we'll be looking for support somewhere around here, or supply zone somewhere around here, or really at the bottom here. So let's draw that supply zone there. That's for us to buy. We look for price to come down to these levels and we'll buy at this level. But if it gives us a really nice trend, say when we look at it on the 4-hour time frames, so we'll be looking to buy around here. We're looking to buy around here, but if it gives us a nice trend, then we'll buy again. Same process, same principle, same concept. We buy at the supports down to that, to the levels. So this on this one now, it will be somewhere here. That'll be a demand zone within another demand zone. So this will be the zone here that we'll be looking at. So once it comes in here, we'll be looking to buy. Okay, let's look at USDCAD daily charts. The same thing as well. Markets is just moving sideways all through, just moving sideways. A lot of consolidations. So there's really not much we can do right there. So we'll be looking for possible reversals, because this will be nice supply zones up here, and this is the upper one here. So we'll be looking for it to actually just get to this level, and either it will get to those levels, as we said before, either it will get to these levels and give us a trend, or get to those levels and turn back, or get to this level here and turn back. It can do any of those. Let's look at the lower end. What is it likely to do? So I'll prefer this lower end here instead of this one. I prefer this one, and prefer this here. This is a nice demand zone. There's a nice support level there. Oops, sorry. Nice support level here. A good demand zone. So if we look at that on the 4-hour time frames, we see that these are really nice levels for us to buy. So we'll be buying at these levels here. These levels, buy here or buy here. So once we extend that out, and we'll be selling at these levels here. We're selling at these levels. These are levels to sell, or at the really top there. Okay, these are levels to sell, because these are good supply zones and these are good demand zones. And the alternative, if it breaks out of this zone of sideways movement and begins to give us a trend, then we'll be looking to enter at the lows. Okay, let's look at this is the EURUSD. EURUSD 2 is in a big sideways movement, just making a lot of big sideways movements. I'm just marking out the levels here. So there could be a possible demand here for it to go back up, but it's just been moving sideways. So my real target for me to sell at the supply zone will be here. I'll have patience for it to come up to this level, or wait for it to come down to this level here, because it's really moving sideways. There's a lot of sideways movement. Let's look at it if we get a better picture on the 4-hour time frames. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we can see it moving all this. So this will be areas for us to sell at the tops here, and then areas for us to buy at the bottom here. Okay, that'll be a nice area to buy. So let's see, or it might actually, this will also be a nice area to buy if it will hold. But if it doesn't hold, then we'll look to trade downwards to this level and then go up. The same thing on this axis here. We'll look to buy, to sell at the tops here if it comes to the top, and if it does not do that, we can sell at the higher end here or this higher end. But if it gives us a nice trend, same thing as we've said before, if it gives us a nice trend, we'll look to buy at the demand area here or demand area there, and then go forth. Okay, let's look at USD JPY. This is also basically sideways movements. All the pairs are in a big sideways movement, consolidation. So we'll be looking to buy at the bottoms and sell at the tops. Okay, so I've just marked out those levels now. These are the levels, and to the upper side, let's see if we have some nice tops there. Okay, yes we do. Let's use this and use this. Okay, so same thing too. So let's look at it on the 4 hours. We're just waiting for price. Let price come down to these levels. We can probably take a buy here, or if we like, we'll follow the trend on the lower time frame. Just follow the trend downwards that way. If we get a break below, close below, then we begin to go downwards, selling at the supply zones, and then we can buy up here and see if it will go up. Similar thing too happens if it's on the if it's breaking to the upside. If it's breaking and giving us a nice trend instead of consolidation, then we'll look to buy at the demand zones on a retracement. Okay, lovely. So let's look at gold. Wow, gold is the only one amongst all these pairs that is moving in a nice trend. We can see nice trend. This is not this is consolidation here, but look at this last few days. It's in a nice trend. This is a nice, this moving up, push down, push up, push down, and a push up. You can see nice demand areas that we could have entered if we traded that. So what can be the setup here? So it's like we said in our rules. If it's already in a trend, then we look for this is an uptrend, so we'll be looking for a demand zone for it, for a pullback to a demand zone for us to enter and continue upwards. So at the moment, let's see. So this is a demand zone. This zone here is a demand zone. Let's see where it could go to at the top. So it could come here, supply zone there. We have another supply zone here. Let's say a supply zone there. Let me use this one. I think this is too close to this one, so let me use this upper one. Okay, and if it's coming down, let's see, there's a supply zone here as well. Sorry, a demand zone right here. It's a demand zone here. There's a big demand zone here, and this lower one here too, a demand zone there. Okay, so if we look at this on the 4-hour time frame, let's see what we are getting. So this is actually the 00 level for the 1900 level. So the 1900 level is acting as a support there. So you see it's bouncing up and down. So it might actually go up all the way to the 1956, 1960 area, then possibly go to the 1994. I think it's actually maybe the round figure there is the 200, the 2000 level. That will be a better level there. So let's see if it will do all that. So it can either move down first and then go up, come down, and then move up to the 60 level, and then to the 2000 level, further up there. Or you can just begin moving up and just continue that way. Or in the alternative, if there was some major bad news, it could just fall. Get here, instead of moving up, it just move up a bit. Oops, sorry. To get here, instead of moving up, move up a bit and then begin to come down again. We test these levels, but this will definitely be levels to buy once it gets to these levels, and then we sell at the supply zones. If it's giving us a nice trend, we'll be selling at the supply zones there. Okay, so let's see how price would behave this week. We'll give daily updates and see how price does. So that is it for now. And as I'll say again, majorly I'll be looking to trade the pound USD on the lower time frame for my other accounts. So watch out for that. Okay, but using the same setups, these same setups that we have here.